Morning, family. Tired today. Reading this book always makes me feel better. Helps me focus on the important things in life. Reading from Florence Scovel Shinn's The Game of Life and How to Play It, and we're at chapter 5. The Law of Karma and Forgiveness. Man only receives that which he gives. The game of life is a game of boomerangs. Man's thoughts, deeds, and words return to him sooner or later with astounding accuracy. This is the law of karma, which is Sanskrit for come back. Whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. For example, a friend told me this story herself, illustrating the law. She said, I make all my karma on my aunt. Whatever I say to her, someone says to me. I am often irritable at home. One day I said to my aunt, who was talking to me during dinner, no more talk. I wish to eat in peace. The following day I was lunching with a woman with whom I wished to make a great impression. I was talking animatedly when she said, no more talk. I wish to eat in peace. My friend is high in consciousness, so her karma returns much more quickly than to one on the mental plane. The more man knows, the more he is responsible for. A person with a knowledge of spiritual law, which he does not practice, suffers greatly in consequence. The fear of the Lord, the law, is the beginning of wisdom. That's interesting. I'm not sure about this chapter so far. These are great assumptions. Let's see what she says. If we read the word Lord, law, it will make many passages in the Bible much clearer. And when she says law, she means, when she says law, the law of the universe. Instead of thinking about God when we say Jesus or the Lord, we're saying the law of the universe. I like that. That makes more sense, actually. It's a God of your understanding, some sort of greater power. Vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith the Lord, or law. It is the law which takes vengeance, not God. God sees man perfect, created in his own image, and given power and dominion. This is the perfect idea of man registered in divine mind, awaiting man's recognition. For man can only be what he sees himself to be, and only attain what he sees himself attaining. That's true, I believe. Nothing ever happens without an onlooker, is an ancient saying. Man sees first his failure or success, his joy or sorrow, before it swings into visibility from the scenes set in his own imagination. We have observed this in the mother picturing disease for her child, or a woman seeing success for her husband. Jesus said, ye shall know the truth shall make you free. We see wisdom from all the unhappy conditions. We see freedom from all unhappy conditions comes through knowledge, a knowledge of spiritual law. Obedience precedes authority. The law obeys man when he obeys the law. The law of electricity must be obeyed before it can become man's servant. When handled ignorantly, it becomes man's deadly foe. With the laws of mind. For example, a woman with a strong personal will wished she owned a house which belonged to an acquaintance. She often made mental pictures of herself living in the house. In the course of time, the man died and she moved in. Several years after, coming into the knowledge of spiritual law, she said to me, do you think I had anything to do with the man's death? I replied, yes, your desire was so strong, everything made way for it. You paid your karmic debt. Your husband, whom you loved devotedly, died soon after, and the house was a white elephant on your hands for years. The original owner, however, could not have been affected by her thoughts, had he been positive in the truth, nor her husband, but they were both under karmic law. The woman should have said, feeling the great desire for the house, infinite intelligence, give me the right house, equally as charming as this, the house which is mine by divine right. Oh my God, I love this. This is really good. Infinite intelligence, or God, allow the right house, which is mine by divine right, allow to come into my hands. I prefer keeping it simple. In fact, you just say, you know what you want. It's up to God. You know, what is yours, God's will. I like to just say, God, guide me. Show me my path.